what really bothered me about this. Instead of everybody coming together and spreading this movie and bringing awareness to the issue, this is a real issue involving kids being trafficked. I mean, the fact that these mainstream articles and mainstream media is labeling it as a controversial propaganda film. The fact that they're trying to make it a political controversial thing is insane. They're saying this is like one of the biggest strikes right now, because depending on what agreement they come up with, it can either set a good refresh to the industry or the industry can just go to shit. Their plan, these big executives saying how they're going to let the writer's strike go as long as possible because eventually, and this was quoted, they'll have to pay their house bills, water bill, and they'll have to come back. So they're willing to let it ride out until these people, these writers don't have any more money, and then they have to crawl their way back. Think of the mindset you have to have where you think that's okay. Man, this is raw.
Raw talk.
Raw talk. Bradley Martin with those tight shorts.
Yeah, you see his ball sack hanging out.
He's like, yeah, you wanna?
Hey, listen.
He's like,
Pussy? You pussy?
Put you on the map, huh?
I'll put it in the map, pussy.
Welcome back, Cruzin Podcast. We're gonna talk about some. Well, the main thing we want to talk about today, because we saw it last night, and it's honestly, it's researching more into it and stuff. We're gonna talk about Sound of Freedom. It's a film, low budget film from distributed by Angel Studios and stuff. It's a movie that is really like making a swing right now. It's being talked about. People are going to see it. We saw it last night. It was a full theater. I think it's great how they're promoting the movie as well, and I think it's a very important movie. And I really want to dive into that and talk about that first, and then we'll get into what just has been. We just found out this is as of today the actor strike going on now. So it's the writer strike and the actor strike. We kind of want to get into that too because it's a big deal. There hasn't been a strike for both writers and actors in like 60 years. So we definitely want to talk about that after, but we really want to start with Sound of Freedom, and the film about the Tim Ballard story. For those of you who don't know, the Tim Ballard story, he worked in the like Homeland Security as an undercover agent, arresting like pedophiles and the pedophile rings and all that stuff. And it's the true story of him and what he did. And I think they rescued over 100 children in that storyline. The film tells one case because, they had to condense it. It is a low budget film and stuff like that. But I do got to say, man, what a great movie. Great movie. It's such an important movie, and the fact that this story has never been told before. It's based on a true story of this guy that worked for the government, and they rescued over like 100 kids, and he went out of his way, and the whole story is just insane, and the fact that Hollywood is always about telling these true stories, right? Whether it's sports or anything like that, but I never even knew that this was a thing. I wasn't aware of it, and the movie does a really good job of bringing awareness, and it's just really well done, really well acted too. I can't remember his name right now. Who plays Tim Ballard? Try to find him there, but he does a great job. Jim Caviezel, I think I said his name right. Jim Caviezel. He does great in this. I mean, they don't show anything graphic in the movie, rightfully so. But what they did was the way they allowed his acting and his emotion through his eyes. When he's watching, he's doing the video evidence reports and stuff like that, and you can see the emotion all through the acting through his eyes and stuff. You don't see anything graphic or anything, but you can tell from what he's looking at, it's not good. And it's a really great movie. I think the soundtrack was really good as well.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned that too, and it really is doing a great job of spreading awareness on what this is a real issue. And what's really like pissing me off about it is this is like a real issue that everybody should just come together about. Like, yeah, hey, like child sex trafficking, just trafficking in general is a real issue. And for whatever the reason, it's become when you look at any headline, and you have some pulled up here, but it's like controversial film Sound of Freedom is a big hit in the box office, whatever, because the budget I believe is like 14 million, and it's at like 50 right now, which is, you know, really good for a movie at that
Yeah,
budget.
see?
It, you know, and they're saying it's a suit. Okay, here's one right from Rolling Stone, of course. Sound of Freedom is a superhero movie for dads with brain worms. Insane, mind you. This is a true story. It's not like they made this up or anything. This really happened. It's based on a true story, and they're treating it like there's articles saying that it's feeding into propaganda,
Wow.
and that it's a far right wing film. And I must have missed the part where there's like bringing awareness to child trafficking is political in a controversial way.
I mean,
I don't think it matters what side of the political sphere you
Mm.
are. Child trafficking in general is just terrible, and there needs to be awareness on it. And just reading these articles, it's terrible. And since when is that a political controversial thing? And that's what really bothered me about this. Instead of everybody coming together and spreading this movie and bringing awareness to the issue. This is a real issue, you know. We have movies about anything else in the world, but this is like a real hard issue involving kids being trafficked. I mean, it's in the film and when we did, it's like how many billion, like 100,
like 150.
it's like $150 billion business. It's the real deal. Like it's serious. And a large percentage of that is children. The fact that these mainstream articles and mainstream media is labeling it as a controversial propaganda film. I heard something about QAnon, and I heard all this. Is like the fact that this is becoming they're trying to make it a political controversial thing is insane.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it doesn't matter what side you're on. You should look at the story and say there should be more awareness on this. Doesn't matter what that to me really blows my mind, and it just goes to show me that this film is doing something right because they don't want this to come out. All these mainstream media networks, you look at big Hollywood and all that stuff. This is involved even in the film. Talks about LA as one of the top destinations, you know, and in the film, it's like Colombia. They mention Moscow and stuff like that, but LA is one of them. This is everywhere, you know, and we've seen enough. We've heard stories. I mean, you look at Epstein's Island, for example. It's all politicians, global politicians, American politicians, celebrities in the U.S. So obviously, yeah, they want to try to debunk, quote unquote, this movie as much as possible, and so that doesn't bring awareness to everyone, because that's a real issue. And you just look at Epstein's Island as a huge example of that, you know? And I think the movie is doing something right when it's kind of scaring these big medias. And it's just really, it just rubs me the wrong way that that's how they're reacting to the movie, you know, and calling it all these things. You know, and there's nothing political about the movie. If you think there's something political about trying to bring awareness to child trafficking, then there's bigger issues going on, you know. This film was written, because I looked it up last night. This film was written in 2015. It was produced by 20th Century Fox, okay, and then it finished filming in 2018. But when Disney bought 20th Century Fox, they shelved the movie. I wonder why. They shelved the movie, and then from there, they just been struggling to find a distributor, which is where Angel Studios came in and distributed the movie, and we are where we are now. And they're trying to link it with like these far right like conspiracy things like QAnon, but QAnon started, I looked it up, I didn't know what it was until I read the articles. I was like, what is this? So I looked it up, and QAnon started like in 2017. So the film was written in 2015, finished filming 2018. QAnon started 2017. That timeline doesn't add up. And they're saying, "Oh, it's I've heard various things that it's linked to it. They funded it. That they did this." It's like, no, none of that adds up at all. And the film has nothing political about it. Nothing. It's just about child trafficking. It's telling this true story about this case with Tim Ballard. So it really just says a lot about how, fucked up things are with the media right now, because, we praise anything else, right? We praise anything else that is just like, it's nowhere as significant as what this is. This is a huge deal, and we don't talk about it enough. So that was, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to like rant about that a little bit, because you watch this movie and it struggles to even get off the ground, to be made, to be distributed. And I think it's genius what they're doing of paying forward. So when you watch the movie, you could either spread it and they have free tickets, but what they're doing is people are paying ahead for other people to see it for free. And then if you can do it, you can do the same. If not, then just spread it. And then, there's people watching it for free. It's bringing awareness. I think it's a really nice, cool thing what they're doing. And I thought besides all that, I think the movie was really well done. It's a really moving story, obviously. How can it not be, But I think it's really well done. It didn't try to go in that graphic side. You understand what's going on. There's no need for that. And I think it's just a really important movie. I just had to go on a rant there because it really bothered me last night. Reading the articles, we saw the movie. It was a great movie, and we were sharing the links and stuff like that. And I don't know, but I think it was just really well done, and I think they're really making a stamp here. It has something to say about like kind of independent filmmaking too. I think because any big studio could have done this movie, but the subject matter is not what they look for right now.
They're all part of it.
So which is unfortunate, but shout out to the team and Angel Studios, man. They're really, the way they're handling it really, really well, really, really well. And I think if we can keep the momentum going, that's why I really wanted to talk about it today, just to keep spreading that, because it's important. It doesn't matter what you believe in. This is real.
Yeah.
And I like how the film showed real footage of what happened, and you see it any day in the news or something, how the kids are getting kidnapped left and right, But I think it was a really well done movie. It's low budget. You can spot that at times.
Yeah, but it's not a big deal.
But I don't think that matters in a movie. I think if you feel something, the emotion is there, the acting is there, the story is there, and the story's being, it's getting it across. That's all that matters. I don't think budget necessarily matters,
No.
But really well done movie. I mean, I don't know if I'm missing something on it, but it's just important,
You just gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You really just gotta watch the movie. The movie's just really good.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally watch it for free. So, and if you go on their links and stuff like that, which we put it on our Instagram and stuff like that, and Twitter, with Angel Studios, they're the ones who distributed it. But I think the movie is just really well done. It's well paced. It's well acted, how I said before, and definitely check it out, because it's an important movie, And again, I didn't even know. I didn't hear anything about it until it just started kind of steamrolling. It's making money and it's being talked about. So that's the main thing. It's just really disappointing when you start to see that articles and stuff, people trying to like churn against it and make it political and like divisive, when something like that shouldn't be divisive, But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, because I want to give a shout out to the I don't know their names right now, but the kid actors in this film as well. the young actress who plays Lucia, and the young boy who plays, I believe it's Miguel. I think it was Miguel, his name, right? Yeah, they did such great jobs in this movie. Honestly, everybody does a really good job. Yeah, I don't know if it's they don't have pictures on there.
Yeah,
But they did such a great job in this movie. Bill Camp, he looks familiar. I've seen him somewhere.
He was like Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, I know. I think he's like in Molly's Game or something.
Yeah, he was.
That's where I know him from. Yeah, he looks just
but
like
for him
Hans Zimmer.
to be in this movie, though,
That it says a lot. Those are people that But yeah, great movie, man. And it's not political. Don't make it political. It's not that kind of thing. It's spreading a important message, a true story. Okay, not made up or anything. And go watch it. You can watch it for free, and share it. And it's important, dude. Like, we talk about spreading important things all the time through our films and stuff like that for society. Like, this is on the top of that list, yet nobody, it's become like a divisive thing. But shout out to that whole team, man. It's a great movie. And you guys should definitely check it out. If you have checked it out, comment and let us know what you thought about it and stuff like that. But with that being said, I did want to also talk about, we're talking about Hollywood, issues with Hollywood and all that. Like, you look at a movie like this, that it's fighting to be seen. And now we just found out today that not only the writer's strike is still going on, but now there's an actor strike. And we were talking about it before when we heard the rumors that there might be an actor strike, and we were trying to figure out maybe what it was, like what's causing, like, why is there going to be an actor strike? And we kind of figured it would be something along the lines about AI, maybe residuals and stuff like that. And it turns out we did see a few things about that. And now there's an actor strike, writer strike going on at the same time. So, I mean, I would assume Hollywood right now is just literally on hold.
Yeah.
How are you going to film anything without writers or actors?
Deadpool 3 is halting.
Deadpool 3, which
Mortal Kombat 2.
Deadpool 3 looked, we saw the set pictures and stuff. Looks really
but
cool.
now, how long is this gonna go for? This movie's being delayed now.
And and I saw a tweet on this, and I really agreed with it. They're saying this is like one of the biggest like strikes right now, because depending on what agreement they come up with, it can either set a good refresh to the industry, or the industry can just go to shit. And I think that's the best way to put it, because you can make an agreement for the better, or it can go for the worse. As in, we've read articles about the studios proposing this rule or this new plan for background actors, where they pay you a fee for one day as a background actor, and they have this AI model, or like this AI thing, generate your image, an AI version of you for background talent, for background in films, but without your consent or permission. So they pay you once, they get you digitally, and they use you whenever they want, and they never have to pay you again. That's insane. That's messed up in so many ways. Yeah. Background actors, that's how you get your start. That's how you try to make connections. That's how you try to move up. It's like they don't want to pay people anymore to try to work. People just want to work and be actors, and it's, these studio executives are so out of touch, and it's so cutthroat. Yeah. And then you hear about that, and then you hear about with the writer's strike, their plan, these big executives saying how they're going to let the writer's strike go as long as possible, because eventually, and this was quoted, that eventually they'll have to pay their house bills, water bill, and they'll have to come back. So they're willing to let it ride out until these writers don't have any more money, and then they have to crawl their way back. Think of the mindset you have to have where you think that's okay. And that's kind of like what we're dealing with here, you know? And that's really disappointing, man. That's really, as someone that wants to work in that field, you know? Those are the kind of people in charge, you know?
It's got a villain.
It's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up. You don't just to sit there and say, yeah, just let them run out of money. They'll have to come back.
And look at what
They
Bob
need
Iger.
us.
Look at Bob Iger.
Yeah, Bob Iger came out saying like about the actor strike. Oh, it's just kind of unfair. You know that what they want.
He's getting paid like $26 million a year.
Yeah, and I'm sure he got a fat bonus now for his extension.
No, you know they're saying his bonus is be like 5 times more than last. Like
yeah. So what's going on here? You know, and it's true. It's a very pivotal moment right now in the industry because depending on where the agreements lie, it could either go really bad where AI is just everything. And I think the essence of this is actors and writers don't want to be replaced by AI. These studios executives are already thinking about using it for scripts. They're already trying to use it for background actors, talent.
They use it for Secret Invasion.
They already use it
intro.
for the opening sequence of Secret
It's all
Invasion.
AI.
So these executives, it's almost like these executives just want to reduce the amount of people they need to pay and just make things for them to make money without any talent to be a part of it.
And they don't realize like the last couple of films have been bombing in the box office. Like
They're
The Flash has bombed.
Yeah.
The Indiana Jones is a disaster.
Indiana Jones is pretty much done. Yeah.
Like
yeah, and
the only thing that's still filming is House of the Dragon because
it's UK.
They have a different contract.
Yeah, because of the UK or some union or something.
Yeah,
like that.
so they said that they're still filming.
Yeah,
because it's a different contract
but
or whatever.
Everything else, residuals was another big one. Writers, actors, they're not getting good residuals.
I'm worried about
for their
Deadpool
work.
3 because it's going through too many issues.
Yeah, it's stuck right in the middle of it.
This kind of reminds me of what happened with the James Bond.
Yeah,
like
Quantum of Solace. Yeah,
or Transformers 2.
Yeah, those are during those strikes. But now we're dealing with a writer strike and an actor strike. Well,
yeah, and
Oppenheimer,
now
the
you
cast of Oppenheimer left.
Yeah, well,
you have to. It's part of the.
You can't do press or.
Yeah, no press, no nothing. So it's just unfortunate, but it seems necessary. I mean, if these executives are thinking about trying to slowly replace these talents, I'll spit on you a little bit. Trying to slowly replace these talent, but trying to replace them with AI, that's a big deal. I would be scared as an actor too. And it's not the big actors, right? Because I kind of thought that too. I was like, wait, but don't they make... It's not the Margot Robbies or Leo DiCaprio's, even Matt Damon. He said it because Matt Damon said it himself. It's the middle guys and like the middle actors and actresses.
But now,
for
example, like Avatar 3.
I don't know.
Is that going to take even longer?
I don't know. It just seems like Hollywood is.
Well,
on
actually,
hold.
no, because the movie's shot already.
VFX, yeah, it's just VFX.
So right now the VFX people go on strike. Fuck.
Well, but really think about the industry right now. You have actors on strike, writers on strike. VFX people can't go on strike because they don't have a guild. They don't have a union.
Yeah.
But they're being terribly mistreated as well.
Well, it's only about like Marvel. Like Disney
for the most part, yeah.
Because look at like James Cameron, with his people.
yeah, that's completely different.
No, but they mostly said that it's mostly just Marvel and just Disney in general.
Yeah, because that pump and dump stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a big problem going on right now, and
I think like DC, right? It's like DC too.
I haven't heard anything about DC, but it's that's a big deal. And Hollywood, and Spielberg. There was an article about Steven Spielberg, like 10 years ago, where he predicted this would happen. He said that in around 10 years or so, studios are going to make big Hollywood movies for like 250 million plus, and then they're going to keep flopping, and then the Hollywood the industry is going to implode. And I think we're kind of seeing that right now. Now studios are trying to figure out a way to make movies for cheaper by replacing the talent with AI as much as possible, but still having these high budget movies that they're not making money. And I think they're kind of freaking out between that, the streaming services. I don't know, it's crazy. And I think these strikes going on at the same time, it's important because which direction is the industry going to go from here? Is it going to be a good refresh, restart, drain all that and just restart in a good way, or is it going to go down that route that they want it to, And funny enough, we just saw Mission Impossible, and what's the villain of that movie? It's literally an AI.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, if they're just telling us right in our face.
So I think the last good movie we're going to get this year is Dune.
We got Oppenheimer, Dune. We got good movies coming out this year.
Yeah, but next year
we won't start feeling it until after next year because there's movies set for next year already. But the stuff filming,
Superman Legacy, just got fucked even more.
Yeah, I don't think they started shooting yet, so they're lucky.
Yeah, but they still have to wait.
Now it is gonna. Yeah, they're gonna have to wait.
I think Deadpool 3 is being delayed. And Spider-Verse Part 3.
Imagine being Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. You worked out, you're in shape, and now you have to wait.
And but the thing is, how long?
Yeah. And from the sound of it, these studio executives don't care. They're willing to let them bleed out until they come back crawling.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Deadpool 3 now because it's going through a lot.
Yeah.
And now it's
right in the middle.
Because usually these type of films always get affected.
Yeah, it's right in the heart of it.
He can't improv.
Yeah, because it's in the writing, and now now he can't act at all. So
like before, he couldn't improv.
Yeah, you can't change the script. Most
of the funny jokes was him improving it.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that. Now you can't even film.
Yep.
And now can you maintain your shape until you start filming again?
Yeah, it just throws off the whole set, the vibe, like the
but you have a flow.
Yeah.
And the budget too. And the budget now too, because if you're not filming,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know where this is gonna go because it doesn't sound like
what's gonna happen with Fast 11 or 12 or whatever.
Mi gente, wait.
we can't film.
Movie. We have a cliffhanger. I don't know. It's gonna be ugly.
And Gladiator 2.
Yeah, everything.
Damn.
It's gonna be ugly because clearly the studio execs don't want to play ball. Like Bob Iger came out saying what they're asking for is unfair. So they don't seem to be on the same page at all. So this might be a long one. This is gonna change. It's gonna be it's gonna change things for sure in the long term. Whether it's for the better or for the worse, we don't know yet. We do not know.
Oh, the Batman 2. Oh.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. So we're gonna have to just enjoy the movies we got this year. That's it.
Fucking executives, bro. They always fuck everything.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
God.
This is the rise of independent filmmaking now.
Probably. Because you know
Start
what?
making
You know
your
what?
movies.
Like, fuck them. Like, you know what? That's why I'm glad the Flash flopped, Indiana Jones flopped. Because you know what? Those are crappy films. You know what? So I'm tired of getting these like big budget crappy. Obviously, besides Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, and all that.
Yeah.
Or like Spider-Verse. That's different.
Yeah, those are great.
But I'm talking about like these like just crappy.
I just don't know what's
big
going on.
budget films that are like Thor Ragnarok or the Love and Thunder, whatever the last one was called. Like, it's just crappy movies we've been getting.
Yeah, there needs to be they need to reevaluate a lot of things right now.
Yeah, and Bob Iger like, I think putting the Pixar movies on Disney Plus hurt it. Like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, the streaming stuff. He admitted about Marvel, too much content on the once they started going into too many shows. It's true. It diluted and people lost interest. We haven't. I kind of lost interest. I haven't been watching Secret Invasion.
No, I didn't watch any of the shows. They all suck.
So I don't know what's going on, man. But they need to really figure it out. I hope they figure it out.
Yeah, you know what? At the same time, like, fuck them. Let them lose all their money.
No, I mean, I hope they figure it out so that we can start getting good movies and the writers and actors can get paid.
Honestly, the way they are, I don't think
it's gonna be a battle. That's the scary thing.
They're pretty like
when
stubborn.
They said that they're willing let them lose all their money and when they need to start paying bills, they'll come back. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But let's see. Let's see. This
is gonna hurt the film industry for a long time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough couple of years.
At least we got Dune Part 2.
Yeah, Dune looks great.
At least they filmed it, they shot it way, but thank God.
If only you just pay your actors, pay your writers. That's how you get good movies. That's how you make your money. It's obvious. It's evident.
Or just make good movies in general.
Yeah, but you make good movies through your writers, your actors, your directors, everybody.
Is Mission Impossible gonna be effective?
For Part 2, they might be done filming by now.
You think?
Yeah, I think they filmed them back to back.
Thank God.
So I think Mission Impossible might be good. Let's see what happens. I don't know. But we do have a couple good movies.
Yeah, but
coming out this year.
Like for Spider-Verse, like Part 2 or 3, whatever.
Or even just Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is there.
That's all gonna be
pushed back.
That's all gonna be pushed back for sure. For sure.
I'm telling you, Deadpool 3 might be delayed. If they go a couple months without filming.
Yeah.
Or even like maybe like 2 months not filming, I can see them having to to delay it and just to. Oh no! Imagine for Blade. Blade.
No. Yeah, Blade. All these
dude.
movies,
Imagine that the Ali guy. That guy's been in shit for the last 2 years. He's been waiting.
Yeah, man. I think Marvel needs to. I don't know. Bob Iger needs to sit down with them and really just be like, "What are we doing here?"
I don't think he gives a shit.
I think he does because they're losing money. And they're losing subscribers. They're not getting views on their shows. They're not making money on their movies.
And the parks are not doing well.
So at some point you got to sit and think what's going on here. And I think that's why I think that's why he said what he said about it's true. Too many TV shows. The second they started saying all these TV shows, I'm like, it's becoming homework. And then it's affecting the quality of the movies, clearly.
It looks so crappy.
So
like a Black Widow.
Let's see.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I do think there's going to be a big change with Hollywood in the next couple of years, depending on how the strike goes.
I wonder, with Star Wars. I mean, with those movies they've been trying to do for the last 5 years.
We're not going to see those for a while. Yeah.
We've been having that in the blueprint for a while.
Yeah. Oh, that was all part of our master plan.
I'm so fired. I'm so fired.
I am so done.
Indiana Jones was my last flop.
Kathleen Kennedy, as far as running Lucasfilm, because I am aware she produced classics. I'm aware of that. But as a runner and leader of Lucasfilm,
the last couple of years,
I have never been so depressed as a Lucasfilm fan. I'm done. I didn't watch Andor. I don't even know what else came out, to be honest with you. As a Star Wars fan, I'm done.
I think it was Kenobi. Kenobi was the final.
Sealed it. Yeah. And then Ahsoka is like I have no interest, but I'm going to watch it because it's Ahsoka.
But, it looks so cheap.
That's why I'm going to watch it.
I'm watching the trailer. It looks cheap. I don't know why Star Wars has that look now. Right?
That's that's that Disney
volume.
Plus.
No, it like that's filming only in the volume. Yeah. Nothing.
That's that Disney Plus budget. Disney is budgeting their shows like CW.
What's the budget of these shows?
Look it up. Ahsoka budget.
I don't think they keep.
I'm sure there's an estimate or something, but that's the problem. I mean, the fact that Kenobi, people were saying Kenobi got nominated for an Emmy series. People are like, how much money did Disney pay?
Yeah, they paid for that. They paid for that. Because that show wasn't worthy of 10 nominate or 8, whatever the fuck he got.
Disney paid him big time.
Yeah. They sent the little hounds on him.
Everybody now looking back, they're like, yeah, let's be honest about Kenobi now since it's been a while. And everybody said that show. I mean, we did a review on it.
I don't think they're gonna see.
We made our peace with it.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
You put budget?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not out yet, so we wouldn't really know. But okay, what was the budget of
for Mando?
Mando season 3
No.
or 2. Season 2. We'll say season 2.
Oh wait. I totally forgot there was a third season.
Yeah, Lizzo. Come on, Lizzo.
God, I never. When I first saw that, I was glorious.
I heard she got nominated for an Emmy for that role. Her and Jack Black.
I would love.
Budget. Yeah, right there. Let's see.
Keyboard doesn't work. What?
One season of the show sets them back about 120 million, but it looks as though the plans are not to have a budget closer to episodes each.
What?
250 million each to produce?
What?
There's no way.
The Mandalorian first live action.
Wait, the series
100 million?
to produce
No fucking way.
all the seasons together, or
No. Fuck off. No fucking way.
Okay, yeah, like one season around 120 million. Okay.
Dude, it shouldn't look that cheap for 120 million.
How long is the show?
30
minutes?
30 minutes, like what? 10 episodes? Not even 8?
I think it's 8.
Dude, but House of the Dragon.
Looks like shit.
No, but look at the Ahsoka. What the fuck? No way.
What the hell? The thing is, with a show, it's like 4 or 5 hours, let's say.
No, but
You get that budget. That's a good mid-budget
No, but
movie.
It looks cheap.
because they have to stretch that budget through 8 episodes. That's the thing. Obi-Wan. Oh, no. Now we're going down the rabbit hole. You're kind of like Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles
90.
when he's finding out about the deaths of all the superheroes.
Because
90 million?
Moon Knight was 165 plus million? No, this can't be right.
Okay, wait. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, 90 million budget. So imagine that spread into what, 6 episodes? But it's spread into 6 episodes. It's cheap. It's very low.
Yeah. Hello, they're filming one hallway.
Yeah. Now imagine condensing that into a movie, like a 2-hour movie.
You can do
That's a
something good.
mid-budget.
You can do a good.
That's a mid-budget
I
movie.
mean, but it's
That's
Disney.
good.
Why are you giving your biggest thing that people have been waiting for years for 90 million?
It's Disney.
Fucking cheap ass.
For that, just make it into a movie. You can have yourself
God
a pretty good mid-budget, movie. 100 million. I mean, how much did Dune cost to make the first
like
one?
150.
Oh, it was 150.
Or
Look how
40.
good that looked. So clearly, it's just
It's
about
called-
how you use the budget.
Again, because they film that fucking volume. Stop filming that goddamn volume. I think that shit's ass.
I think
Oh no, it's not ass. It's good for certain little things.
20 million per episode. House of the Dragon.
She looks better.
And it was what, 8 episodes?
10.
10. Wow.
Yeah, but the again, you know why? Because they build the set. Then they're actually building it.
Yeah.
And like I think in episode 2, when she comes in like with the dragon on the bridge, that's the volume again
Yeah.
because it's like they use it for that. That's where the volume is good for.
Yeah, but then it's like green screen. When green screen became a thing, they just want to use it for everything. But it's like it's good for certain things. Don't use it for
but it's
everything.
only Disney who does it. Like it's only Star Wars that uses it for every little fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like why? Because like in season 3 of Mando, there's times where it's like, why is there only like 5 people in this room?
Yeah, it's very small
And
scale.
you can tell the actors can't move. And never that part when they're climbing the mountain,
yeah.
and you can tell it's like,
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, the cliff or whatever. It's like that's not real.
and that's the thing with the Ahsoka trailer. Like I'm watching it. Let me see. It looks so fucking cheap,
dude. That's so
It's so
fucking
fucking weak. And I'm like done with Star Wars. Go fuck anymore. Like I'm not like.
It's honestly kind of crazy how they've managed to kill the brand.
Wait, hold on.
That
This is gonna
bad.
be loud. Mute it.
Or don't mute it, but just
Because look
lower
how
it a
cheap.
little bit.
Look how cheap this fucking thing looks.
It's just
Again, you can tell this is volume, like a tiny little fucking set. I think the
Yeah.
soundtrack sounds good.
yeah.
But I know that's probably the guy from who did Rebels and Clone Wars, I think, right? This should have been animated. Again, the reason why Clone Wars was such a huge hit, it's animated. He does better with animated stuff.
And with that same budget,
imagine
you'll do
that,
way better.
Let's say this budget was let's say like 90 million. You imagine that like for that style.
Yeah, it's an animated series. You can do
Because
way
look
more.
at the final season of Clone Wars. That was really good.
Yeah, that looked great. It looked great.
And
story was great.
the fight scenes were even better.
I think that was our last good year of Star Wars because we had Clone Wars.
Because look at like it just looks so cheap.
Yeah, that was our last good year. Now that I think about it,
Look at that.
It was Clone Wars, and we had Mando season 2. Remember? And when Luke came out, that was it. That was our last.
Like the space stuff looks fine. It's just like when they're in like these buildings or like watch. I think it's like let me see. I kind of wish they kept her with that hair. I know the short hair from the show. She had short hair, but
Rosario Dawson.
Isn't she married? The one who plays Hera, isn't she married to Kenobi?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it because
And
it's
also
Ahsoka.
too, the thing with Dave Filoni. I mean, I get it, but like when people were making fun of like, okay, how many times you're gonna mention Anakin in this trailer? They mentioned like Anakin like a million times.
Because it's Ahsoka, but
See, look else like I don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it because it's Ahsoka. I was a fan of Rebels, Clone Wars.
Yeah, but I hope the fact that they're doing a 2-episode premiere.
Yeah, they're trying to keep people in.
No, and I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be another Mando where where's the plot?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be waiting like to 8 episodes in to get the story.
Yeah, I think they're releasing 2 episodes to. They want make sure people are engaged as possible. The first episode's probably really slow.
And nothing.
Let's see.
See, like I don't know. It just looks so like
Star Wars Theory did a reaction to it, and he didn't look very thrilled.
because it looks cheap. I'm sorry. Like shows now, the way look at Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, like they're like shows now, like they have the money to make this a big like show, and you can tell they don't give them money.
And honestly, for that, just make a movie then. Yeah. You can use that same budget, make a movie, and it'll look way better because you're condensing it into a 2-hour movie.
And also, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they gotta stop with this crap with the volume. It doesn't. I think it was a season 3 of Mando or 2 or whatever. That guy's driving the little speeder, and he's like, "Eek."
Yeah, you can tell it's not.
You can tell there's pushing them because like there's no room.
Yeah. I don't know. This is the last thing for me. I mean, does Star Wars have anything else after this?
What is it, the Acolyte or the fuck?
No, but that's not even. They haven't even filmed yet.
No, didn't they build the set or something? There was like set with them building the set or something.
But it's not coming out. It's still not anytime soon.
I don't know. Or they're doing one with was it Jude Law?
Yeah, but those are still far out. I'm saying like there's nothing else.
Yeah, but they show like pictures of them filming.
Yeah, they're filming, but that's what I'm saying. Like there's nothing else coming out this year or next year.
The fact that we haven't gotten a movie since like 2019. A movie. Since Rise of Skywalker.
After Ahsoka, for me, I think that's it. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know, but that's it for me.
Oh no, Andor season 2. They're doing an Andor.
I heard Andor is good. I'm done. I'm done trying. I'm done. The things I'm excited for Dune. I'm enjoying House of the Dragon. I really enjoyed Barry. We're gonna watch is it The Bear?
The Bear.
Hearing good things about that.
The thing is they need to give Star Wars like the costumes just look so cheap. Like everything looks cheap about it.
I don't know what happened.
Like I don't know what it is. Like it just doesn't look mad. Like
no one's coming there. No one's coming.
When he's wearing the little outfit.
Austin Powers. Even the young actress that plays Leia said it. Like, oh, but
this is kind of like Austin Powers.
Like they don't notice me. Even she called it out.
She gets it. She's gonna make it far.
That's why I'm with.
Dude, no, but Kenobi was so bad.
It was bad.
Like I'm sorry.
Like a parody. It was like a parody.
Yeah, that was like a spoof.
And I think everybody, once the hype died down, everybody on Twitter was kind of
people attacked us. Like, are you guys like?
But everybody was like, yeah, it wasn't that great.
Really watch the show. It's bad. Like it's like the story.
Yeah. Give it a rewatch.
Obi-Wan.
I will say
episode 4 or 5, whatever. the fact that they're literally having a conversation behind the door, and she has an army of this sort of like, Sire, we can hear you. Like,
you're plotting against us. We hear you.
And then,
I will say it was fun. It was fun staying up every week.
No.
And seeing what, like, you think this can't get worse, and then every episode it gets worse.
It's the same hallway. Oh, Vader's coming down. Instead of keeping Obi-Wan in front of you, you send Obi-Wan back into the same hallway. He kills the 2 guards, comes back out into the same hallway.
Pay those writers.
Dude,
Pay those writers.
It was like one tunnel, and they're just filming back and forth. Like, how?
No scale. There was no scale.
Like, how?
How?
Leia, how?
That I will say it was fun. Every week.
It wasn't.
No. But
not for Kenobi.
Looking back.
You know how long we've been wanting like a Kenobi?
No, but I'm saying looking back, because I remember each week I was just more and more pissed.
Yeah, it was like a season 8 of Game of Thrones where it's like just crack open that beer and just let the
every week
chaos.
I would stay up, whatever.
They couldn't even get Coruscant right. They couldn't even do like the background of Coruscant right.
It just looked like nothing, like a clear sky. Just every week, like, is it gonna get worse? There's no way it could get worse. Like, it's gonna pick up. We're giving it a chance, and then every week it got worse.
And then Mando came out, season 3. Lizzo, Jack Black.
Yeah.
That.
No. Season 3 of Mando is where I was like, oh,
this shit's ass.
Like, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, like Star Wars is like
done,
gone. Like, it's done.
Dude, there was nothing.
Because Mando,
happened.
remember, we all thought Mando was gonna be like the savior.
No, I think it was supposed to be a 2-season thing. Kathleen Kennedy's fuckers, they're like, we need to sell more merch. There's a store at tab, and when you put the show like
Disney
the bottom
Plus,
line, that's like in the right side of it. You that's still like, no, we need to keep milking this. He needs to come back.
Baby Yoda. Yeah.
And we need to sell merch. And
let's not forget Boba Fett.
I am Boba Fett. I'm gonna write them a letter to tell them.
But even even the actor said it. He was like, "Yeah, that's not my Boba Fett." All these actors that play these iconic characters are all just saying the same
just
thing.
Shitting on it.
Mark Hamill with Luke.
You know, what is it? I'm gonna write a letter. I'm gonna ask them to stop bombing.
Boba Fett. Please.
I'm writing a letter. Oh, the little spin, the little the little spin.
the Power Rangers or whatever. Dune is where it's at for me right now.
Dune, now
really,
that trailer, the new trailer, that was more epic.
Such a good trailer. I'm looking forward to that. And let's see. I'm hoping Rebel Moon is good from Zack Snyder.
And they said no to his movie.
No one's coming, Leia.
Never he pitched that R-rated.
Yeah, I figured Disney wouldn't.
No, but maybe just hard like a good PG-13.
Yeah, hard PG-13, meet in the middle.
Yeah, but that's what people are saying. That's what we need. Just bring a fresh director, a fresh direction.
We need lightsabers cutting off limbs.
I mean, yeah, it should. That shouldn't even be like it should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it should though. Like,
it should.
Yeah, like
I'm not disagreeing with you,
motherfucker. No, but
yeah, no.
like that's it. You already milked Luke Skywalker.
Honestly, Star Wars is so dead.
Yeah, but
the only thing that would save them is a movie so far out of left field.
The Republic.
Like that, for everybody to be like, wait, what?
Wait, this is actually Star Wars. You imagine, look, you get a good team. Old Republic. You give them you put 250 plus million in. A good dark story.
Do a trilogy of Old Republic.
Yeah, but
you'll make your money back.
like an actually mature dark story, not this fucking little
beady.
I get Star Wars. There was that guy, the actor.
Maybe it's not for you, bro.
Listen,
last time I checked, Anakin kills like kids and shit.
And Revenge of the Sith.
So
yeah. So go fuck yourself.
So I don't know. Let's see. That they would have to do something so out of left field from what they're used to doing.
No, what is it? It was the High Council, the High Republic. Remember that those crappy comics they keep coming out with?
I'm done. I can't. But whatever.
I don't care. Like.
But what's their solution? Let's do a movie about Rey. 30 years.
And basically another Force Awakens.
What was it? 10 years. It's a Force Awakens
again.
To their Force Awakens. Like they're just rebooting their own sequel.
They
don't even give it like 10 years to let it build. No. We're just gonna do another.
We need money.
So we're gonna do another sequel.
That's not gonna make money. because you fucked that trilogy. Like, you had one shot. We lost Carrie Fisher. We lost like.
Now they're like, so we're gonna it's gonna take place 15 years in the future, right? Hear me out. It's a sequel, but it's kind of like
A prequel.
like a reboot. It's like you seen Force Awakens? It's
No,
like
this is Force Awakens Part 2.
That's what the people want.
You
Yeah,
don't fuck it. You don't make it. Make it. Do it. Look. Do it. Do it.
At this point, it's like
Just
I'm
burn
looking
it.
at it, I was like,
burn it all.
That's your solution. You think that's what people want?
Ray. Was it
Sequel.
Palpatine Skywalker movie? Who's gonna be the villain? You killed Snoke.
And it's her training the young Jedi. Is like that was
That-
supposed to be Force Awakens. That was George Lucas's version.
George's like, that's my fucking idea.
After three
Give me a Diet
horrible
Coke.
sequels.
You'll get me a Diet Coke.
Terrible, man. Whatever.
Dude, George Lucas, he's probably like, God, I
He's
wish.
done. He's moved on. I don't blame him. He doesn't show up to the premieres. You don't see him on set anymore. He's not even on set
That
anymore.
video of Steven Spielberg, like,
Yeah.
I want to be here with with George Lucas, John
Yeah, he
Williams,
doesn't mention. Yeah.
Captain Kenny. He was standing right next to him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
he
like,
doesn't-
look, he's like, boo.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I have a feeling they don't like her.
Yeah, I don't know if Spielberg likes her. I don't know.
I have a feeling they don't like her.
There's some clips of him talking about her. I'm like,
I don't think he likes her. I don't think he does.
that's not what I ordered.
That's not what I ordered.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it here.
We kind of went on a rant about
Yeah.
just like a bunch of how shitty everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That was our rant there. Thank you guys again for watching and for listening. Let us know, did anything that we just talked about make sense to you about these rants, about these IPs and stuff? Did you update it?
Just don't do it later.
Cancel the
No,
shutdown.
you can't. You can't. This is done.
I know you saw it too. You saw the update.
Yeah, I just didn't.
You could have just updated and shut down.
No, but it takes long.
All right, guys.
I'm sweating.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. Feel free to like and subscribe. And let us know if there's anything that we might have missed today, anything you want us to talk about, review.
We're gonna get a lot of comments like, "Fuck you guys! You guys are mean."
Because of me. Let us know if there's anything you want us to review, talk about, something we might have missed. And we appreciate you guys. And to the next one. Goodbye.